All right, happy Friday night, everyone. It is now 8:58 on Friday, April the 7th. It's actually a month from my birthday today, so kind of exciting, honestly. But we have some non-exciting weather, especially if you're a fan of the warmth and the nice sunshine, because we've already got some cooler weather that's starting to creep in over our viewing area. Look at our temperatures currently out over us right now. We have our wedge front that has been pushing through us, areas to the north and east, already into the 50s. The wind has really already began to pick up. So hello, everyone. Hello. You're joining us live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, anywhere. Come say hi in the chat. I'd love to see you all and have a nice little chat about how your day has been. So come say hi. Don't worry. Kind of tell me how your Friday night is going. Tell me where you're watching from. Hopefully my comments will work this time. I think when I streamed yesterday, it seemed like the comments weren't really working. So hopefully today they'll update in real time. Okay. Just gonna get all the streams up. Yeah, but happy Friday, everyone. We're getting ready for a little bit of some cooler weather for tomorrow. Hi, Laura, how are you? Okay, I think I've got it live now. Hopefully it'll continue to kind of do that. Now I want to share this onto mine. Okay, so look at these temperatures right now. We have this wedge front that's coming in from the northeast, and it's bringing in a lot of cold air. It's already 54 degrees right now in Sparta, 59 in Wrightsville, but 63 degrees in Macon. Like 5 minutes ago, we were reporting 70 degrees, so we've already dropped 7 degrees. In Roberta, 74 in Montezuma. Areas to the south and southwest are still in the warm air, but this is going to continue to push eastward as we have some of the storms also firing up along the gust front or along the wedge front. So this is cooler air that's starting to wedge its way in to us, and it's going to be a lot cooler for the day tomorrow, especially. How does this work on here? I'm not sure, honestly. Okay. It's stormy here in Thomaston. Hi, Angela. How are you? We've been having storms that have been firing up through most of the afternoon today. We did have one severe thunderstorm warning that was in portions of Johnson and Washington counties. We just have some regular thunderstorms out there right now, but let me show you the winds before I show you some of the radar. So the winds, as the fronts kind of begin to pick up, the winds have also picked up. So these are some of the wind speeds that have been reported. We're up to 20 miles per hour, make it 22 in Cochrane. So as the winds are coming out of the northeast, you can kind of see where the gust front is right here, where the winds are trying to converge together. So the winds are going to be picking up throughout the day tonight and into tomorrow, especially as well, when that rain really arrives. So it's going to be a little bit windier and cold tonight. So here's the radar right now. Not everyone's getting hit with the storms. It's been hit or miss for tonight, like we really said earlier today. So we got a few storms that are out there. Some just moved out of Washington County and Sandersville. We do have some of those storms that have been firing up near Thomaston. And here's kind of our biggest batch of the storms right now, kind of moving in Crawford County, western Bibb County, up through Monroe County, Culloden getting a lot of the heavy downpours, Musella, Roberta, getting some lightning strikes. It's not a ton of lightning. It looks to be weakening off as it kind of looks like it's expanding, less of the red. So that's some good news, is that this is kind of raining itself out right now. Bolingbroke getting some of that rain as well. Lizella, all kind of getting a little bit of some downpours right now. Hopefully that's not impacting too many people's Friday nights. That's really interesting. Look at the way this is moving through Dexter along I-16. This one storm is moving southeast. That's really interesting, but this one's kind of not moving at all. I guess kind of the front is not pushed through this area yet, but a little bit more storms in Dodge County, north of Eastman, towards Cadwell, just south of Chester, getting some of those downpours as well. I wanted to show you the actual wedge front that pushed through. We can actually see it on the radar. It doesn't have any rain that's really with it, but you can kind of see this kind of green line right here that's pushing through. That's our wedge front. And this is bringing in that northeasterly cold air. So something really cool that we can see on the radar. That's actually the front that is trying to move through, and that's allowing a lot of that air to come in, but storms are still firing up along it and behind it as well. So something super cool there is that's a big weather nerdy thing, is that when you can look into the radar and really see all the stuff that's happening. So yeah, but if you're watching on any of the social medias, come say hello in the chat. I'd love to have a little talk with you all about how your day is going. I'm having to refresh, it seems like, to see the things. Hi, Patricia. How are you from Jones County? And hi, Corinne. So nice to see you. feel like you're always here. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Yeah, but this is super cool to see that the kind of the wedge front come through. It's just moving through Montezuma now. So you're about to get some of that cold air. Warner Robins Macon, we're into the cold air right now. So it's going to be windy and breezy for the rest of tonight. And what's super interesting is that this has really dropped our temperatures so quickly. This is our 24-hour temperature change. So this compares our temperatures now to 24 hours ago, and it's so much colder. Milledgeville, 20 degrees cooler this time yet. This is always so confusing to say. You have to really word this correctly. We are 20 degrees cooler now than we were 24 hours ago in Milledgeville, 19 degrees in Sandersville. So a lot of colder air is filtering in. Still a little bit warmer down in Cordele where that front hasn't pushed over you yet. That wedge front will continue to push down, and everyone's going to get the cold air tonight and into tomorrow. Hi, Linda. How are you? Okay. So tomorrow, it's going to be all about the cold and the rain as well. So since we're talking about temperatures, let's just continue to talk about temperatures. It's kind of going to be a backwards forecast because usually our high comes in the afternoon, but it's going to be really, as soon as we hit midnight is when we're going to have the high for tomorrow. We're going to be around the mid-50s right as we hit midnight, potentially into the lower 50s. And then as the overnight hours continues on, temperatures will fall into the low 50s and potentially even into the upper 40s. This only goes through lunchtime tomorrow. So the farther into the day we go, when we get more of that rain, temperatures will most likely be into the upper 40s for Saturday. So it's really going to be colder the farther the day goes on. It's kind of going to be backwards, but temperatures really holding steady as we get towards the afternoon. Likely, though, going to be into the upper 40s for Saturday. Tomorrow's a really great day to stay inside. If you got any plans, I think it'll be just a nice day to stay indoors. Maybe, honestly, might have to have the heat on. If it's going to be 40s, some degrees, 48 degrees, we'll be in the upper 40s probably. So that's really not going to be, it's not going to be a great day to be outside and doing some fun stuff. So here's tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. We don't have the heavy rain out there. We might have a few sprinkles. It's damp in some areas, but lots of clouds. The rain really develops by the afternoon. It is a steady, soaking, cold rain. Temperatures are in the upper 40s. The winds will still be gusting 25 miles per hour. We get the steady downpours over our viewing area. 3, really through about 8 or 9 o'clock. A lot of the day is just going to be with the steady soaking. It's just really going to be a dreary Saturday for us. And some good news is the models have really been backing off from the rain on Sunday. It's moving this a lot faster through. So even by Sunday morning, we could get some breaks of sunshine, and the rain total is generally about 1 to 1.5 inches. We're going to have to see. There is some kind of model disagreement with exactly the timing on this as it's moving out. I kind of am going for, we could have a stray shower or two, especially south and east of Macon very early in the morning, maybe right as the kind of the sunrise. So sunrise services, there could be a sprinkle or shower south and east. That'll be the best chance if there is an extra shower that's lingering over on Sunday morning. For most of us and most of the day, it's going to be dry. Really by lunchtime, we'll be rain free for sure. Hi, Wendell. How are you? It's nice to see you. Happy Friday. So it's hopefully, it will be out of here by Sunday mid-morning for sure. And, the afternoon will be pretty nice, but it's still going to be a little cold. So for the Easter planner, I'm still going for a possible shower or two for the sunrise services, especially south and east, but it's going to be cold. That's really going to be the main story. 46 degrees out the door Sunday morning, very cold. Grab the sweatshirt, wear the pants. It's going to be bad. Midday egg hunts, or it's at least if you are a fan of the cold, you're going to like this. But by the midday, we're going to be dry, breaks of sunshine, but the breeze is still going to be pretty strong on Sunday as well. Still gusting up to 25 miles per hour, 55 degrees. By the dinner plans, it'll be dry, mostly cloudy, sitting right around 60. So it's going to be pretty cold. It's kind of going to feel like a wintry Easter for us rather than the summer that we have the past few days. This is really going to be a shock to the system because the past several days have been in the 80s. Wednesday, we got up to 89. Yesterday, we got up to 88. I'm not sure. I haven't looked what we got up to today. Maybe I can look that up really fast. What did we get up to today? It was 80 something, I think, right? We got up to 87 today. So we've been kind of jumping down 1 degree each day. We're going 89, 88, 87 today. And then we're going to be into the 50s and upper 40s for most of the day tomorrow. So like a 30 plus degree drop. It's going to be a big shock to the system, just how cold, windy, rainy it's going to be tomorrow. It's just not going to be a great day. Hi, Pamela. Thanks for being here. And thanks for watching. I love doing this and love I love when you guys interact with me too. I love kind of getting the Facebook together and we get to hang out and talk. So thanks for being here. That really means a lot to me, honestly. So it's going to be a pretty big shock to the system with what we're kind of going on. And I don't know if anyone saw this, but the Masters Golf Tournament is happening in Augusta this weekend, and they may be postponing it tomorrow. I actually don't know if they've updated that, but they're going to get the rain too. It's a chilly rain for them tomorrow. The high is only 51, so their day is mostly in the 40s. And today, the winds really started to pick up as that front that's moving through our area now. There was a down tree on the field, or whatever you would call the golf kind of place, on the range. There was a tree that downed like during the tournament. We'll have some updates with that on the news at 11. But if you saw that, that was kind of crazy to see, because like a full tree just downed. And luckily no one was hurt, I don't think. But Sunday is going to be the much better day. Partly cloudy for the Masters, 63 degrees. It's still going to be rather cool for them. If they do cancel it tomorrow for all the rain that we're getting, they will have to end the Masters on Monday, which they haven't done that, I think, since the 80s. So pretty spectacular about what's exactly going on. And something very, very interesting going on is there is kind of a pseudo tropical storm that looks to be forming through the portions of the Gulf of Mexico. Now, hurricane season doesn't start until like May 30th, June 1st. And it doesn't look to be a full-blown hurricane, but the models have really been kind of showing some agreement that there is a strong low pressure system that develops into the Gulf and then kind of pushes up through the southeast through next Thursday into Friday. So something very interesting to keep an eye on, as is showing some agreement that this could be a thing that's still happening. We're still a week away or so. So the kind of the details aren't very fine. It's very rough exactly what we're seeing. Just know that we are keeping an eye on the system as we get towards next Thursday and Friday, because this is probably going to be bringing us some sort of rain anyway. But it's kind of interesting. It kind of almost looks like a kind of a pseudo, I don't want to say hurricane, but like a pseudo tropical storm or tropical system. So we'll have to see how that kind of turns out. Very interesting that kind of getting something like this in mid-April when, hurricane season doesn't start until early June. So we'll kind of see how that begins to turn out. We'll fine press the details as we get closer, but we've still got several days out for that. This could easily not show up or kind of fizzle out if anything kind of does start to spark up. Let me see if I can show you a different model with this, because what we do when we're looking for, rain and storms in the models is they're kind of more of a guidance than a Bible. This is the American model, the GFS. And you kind of look at a collection of the models and you kind of create them together. You kind of guide them to your forecast that you want to make. You don't just look at one and go, that's going to happen. You're kind of like, okay, let me look at this one. Let me look at the European model, the Canadian. You kind of conjoin them in your brain. You're like, well, maybe this could happen. So that's kind of how we forecast. Just for some context, let me see if I can kind of show you the European model, see what they're showing. It seems to be a little broken. I haven't touched this one. Maybe I could try to update this really fast. Oh, here it goes. Okay. Let me widen the camera angle so you can really see what's going on. So we got to get to Thursday of next week. So this one's showing it to not be as strong, I think. There's that rain that's kind of showing up. This is on the European model. And you can kind of see that circle there. That's kind of some of the storm trying to create some energy. But they're both showing that there is some sort of storm system that looks to be coming out of the Gulf. But exact track and timing, it's pretty up in the air, especially since this is about a week out as well. So just know that we're keeping an eye on that. That's for next week. We won't have to worry about that now. Just something interesting to keep your eye on. Otherwise, for tonight, it's going to be cold, and then we'll get the rest of the rain for tomorrow. Luckily, it'll be out of here in time for Easter. Hi, Victoria. As long as the sun doesn't come out, I'm not coming out. Yes, I love that. Love you more, Pamela. Love you more. Thank you. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow it won't be too bad, but it's going to be a bit of a rainier day. If you weren't here earlier in the live stream, I kind of showed the wedge front that's pushing through right now. That's giving us the cooler air and the wind. Look at this kind of like black-green line. That's our wedge front that's funneling in all the cold air from the north and east. So that's a bit of a weather nerdy moment for us now. And let me kind of show you the temperatures and the timing for tomorrow as well, just to give you some updates about this. So it's kind of a backwards forecast tomorrow. We really hit our high of the day for Saturday right at midnight when temperatures are in the mid 50s. And then throughout the overnight hours, temperatures fall into the upper 40s and low 50s really by the afternoon hours. This shows till lunchtime tomorrow. By the afternoon, we're probably going to be in the upper 40s once the rain begins to fall. So really, it's going to get cooler the day goes on. And it's a chilly, cold rain. It's really going to be a great day to stay inside. Hopefully the sun doesn't come out so we can all stay inside. So here's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's not pouring yet. We have some damp areas, lots of clouds for early Saturday morning. It's really by the afternoon when we get the rain overrunning our viewing area. It's not necessarily heavy rain or thunderstorms. It's just really steady soaking of rain. It's not going to be any heavy downpours, luckily. And then by 8 o'clock, it's still kind of some showers that are lingering and pushing out of our area. And again, this is kind of pushing out a lot faster. I think that we could still see a sprinkle or two very far south and east early Sunday morning, really right at or before the sunrise. So hopefully that won't be the case and it'll be out of here for all of Easter, but just something to still fine tune. Most of the day on Sunday for Easter should be dry though, yes. So if anyone has any last minute questions, love to answer them for you. But for the last thing for me to show you, this is really the Easter planner for you again. I think we could still get out a sprinkle or two, a shower or two for the sunrise services, especially south and east. It's going to be cold stepping out the door if you're going to any services. 46 degrees, wear the jacket, wear the pants. For the midday Easter egg hunts, you'll still want a sweatshirt on. Some breaks of sunshine, but it's still going to be breezy on Sunday as well. By dinner time, it's definitely dry, just some clouds, a few breaks of sun as well, sitting right around 60 degrees. Hopefully, the one nice thing that kind of just popped into my head, when you do have a big kind of family dinner and you have the oven running and everyone's kind of in the house, it might be nice to kind of have this cooler weather. You can open up the windows, kind of let the cool air circulate around if you're having any big dinner plans and kind of having the dinner going and the oven on and have the family running around. So maybe it'll be nice kind of to open up some windows and have a cool breeze flowing through, because this is definitely unseasonable cool weather for us. What time is the rain starting for tonight? We shouldn't get any big rain showers. We'll still have a few storms begin to pop up for the rest of tonight, but not the widespread rain like until tomorrow. So we still have a few showers and storms out there now. These should begin to die off. We shouldn't have much rain heading through the overnight hours. Probably won't get any more storms that fire up. We could maybe get one or two, but the big portions of the rain start really lunchtime and throughout the evening tomorrow. So it's mostly into the afternoon hours tomorrow, and then it should be out of here by Sunday morning. But it's going to be a great day to stay inside tomorrow. So yes, I think that is all I have for you now. So I'll leave you with a little time lapse of the radar as I get to go do this front. Oh, you can also see I'm like completely backwards. You can also see the wedge front that moves through there. So super interesting, but definitely know it's going to be colder for tonight. We'll keep the breeze. Rain really these storms will begin to die off the later into the night we go. We'll hit our max temperature for the day tomorrow really at midnight. And then temperatures fall into the upper 40s by the afternoon. And then that rain develops by the afternoon as well. The steady soaking, really great day to stay inside. If you have anything you want to do tomorrow, maybe do it in the morning. It's still going to be a bit of a damp start to Saturday, but by the afternoon is when we get the heavy downpours. And then by Easter, it is all cleared out. And of course, I will have a full report on WGXA News at 11 on ABC 16. I hope you tune in. We've got some news and fun stuff as well. Otherwise, have a great weekend.